Hey everyone, this is Jamie. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a tulip wreath. First, you will need one roll, 1.5 inch wide by 18 feet long ribbon of your choice. Mine is from Hobby Lobby and I got it when the ribbon was 50% off. And you're probably going to want the 1.5 inch wide just because I feel like it works better when you're wrapping it around the foam ring. Also, you're going to need 1 to 2 packs of the floral pins. Mine are from Michael's and there's 50 in a pack, and these were just under $3. I didn't use quite the whole entire pack, so it just depends on how many flowers you plan on using. Next, you'll need a 1.9 inch by 13.8 inch foam wreath form. I picked mine up from Walmart and it was just under $5. You're also going to need 10 to 16 bunches of tulips, and the amount just depends on how full you want your wreath. Now, I only used just under 10 bunches, so like I said, it just depends on how full you want your wreath. And I got these from Michael's, and they were regular $3.99, but they were on sale for $1.99 each. So you're also going to want to snip off the tulips from the main stem of the bundles, and you're also going to need some hot glue and some scissors and also some wire cutters so that you can cut your tulips off of the bunches. Make sure you do check the description box below because I will leave a full materials list. Okay, so first what you're going to want to do is to take your ribbon, and you need to find where you want to start, just a starting point on your ring. And then you're going to add a little bit of hot glue. And this is just to keep your ribbon in place while you're wrapping it. Now you can add a floral pin here if you want also. I didn't do that, I just used some hot glue. Then you're going to start wrapping the ribbon around your foam ring, and you're just going to overlap the ribbon just slightly so that there's no space left in between. And you will use one whole roll of this 1.5 inch wide ribbon. And this took me about 15 minutes or so to get the ribbon completely wrapped around the foam ring. Okay, now that the ring is completely wrapped with the ribbon, you're just going to take a little bit of hot glue, and then you're going to secure the ribbon to the foam ring. And just for added security, you can use a floral pin to also attach the ribbon with. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to. I just did it as just an added measure in case the glue came undone or something at some point. I was having a little bit of a hard time getting that floral pin stuck down in there going through that ribbon, but I finally got it. Next, after you've gotten your tulips clipped off of the main stem, you're just going to go ahead and get your tulips that you're wanting to use. I took 2 yellow and then 1 orange. And then you're going to clip the stems of these tulips down to 3 to 4 inches long. I think I clipped mine down to about 3 inches. You may have to cut a little bit more. It just depends on how they lay on your wreath because you don't want to see the stems sticking out of your wreath. So I'm just cutting mine down to about 2 to 3 inches long. Then I am taking 3 tulip stems, and I'm just going to kind of form a bundle where I have 2 yellow on the bottom and then the 1 orange laying on the top. Then I'm just going to take a floral pin, and I'm just going to start pinning my bundles around my wreath form. And I am starting on the top of the wreath, in the middle part of the wreath, and I'm using the floral pin. And I'm taking the floral pin and I'm pushing it down at an angle. This way the pin doesn't go through the back of the foam ring. And then after I get the pin in, I'm also securing a little bit with hot glue on each side. That way it just kind of holds your pin in and your flowers in a little more securely. Now when you're adding your bundles of your flowers, you're just going to position them to where you're going to position the base of the bundles at the base of the flowers that you just put down. So where you start to see the stems of the flowers that you just put down, you're just going to lay the second bundle of flowers on top of that so that they kind of overlap the stem and cover the stem up. And then I just added the floral pin and a little bit of hot glue on each side. You're going to do this all the way around the wreath. Okay, now that you have the wreath filled with your flowers, you can stop here if you want, or if you want to make your wreath a little fuller, you can do just go through and do the same thing. You can put your bundles on the outside of the ring and also on the inside of the ring, just like you did using the bundles of flowers on the top. Okay, so I liked mine just the way it was, so I'm going to move on and show you guys how to put a hanger on. So you're just going to take about 3 to 4 inches of ribbon, and you can use any kind of ribbon you want. The ribbon that you wrapped your ring with, if you have any left over. I'm just using this little orange satin ribbon that I had in my stash. So I'm just cutting the ribbon down to 3 to 4 inches long, and then I fold the ribbon end to end to make a loop, and then using a floral pin, I'm attaching the ribbon to the foam ring, and then I'm just going to secure it with a little bit of hot glue on each side of that floral pin. So it should look a little bit like that. Now my ribbon was a little bit wider. You can always use a thinner ribbon if you want. And that's how it should look. Try not to make your ribbon too long, the hanger too long, because you won't want to see that when it's hanging on your door, unless you do. If you want to have the ribbon showing, that's perfectly fine too. So now that the wreath is done and ready to display on your door, if you enjoyed this DIY, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Check me out on social media. Link is in the description box below. Thanks for watching.